Really big controversy tonight. Really big panel tonight, and we have all the time. We'll ask one opening question, I'll ask one opening question, and then it will be an open debate. So all ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the debate. I'm not going to go through opening remarks. That's going to take a lot of time because we have a big panel. I'll just ask one question to start with, then it's an open debate. Anyone can come in. Ranjana Kumari, Sanjay Hegde of the Supreme Court, Lalita Kumaramangalam, Chairperson of India's National Commission for Women, Nalin Kohli of the BJP, Sumansi Raman, commentator from Chennai, Shazia Ilmi, on one side, KTS Tulsi, Member of Parliament, on the other side, also joined by Suresh Babu, General Secretary of the Kerala Congress, and C. Rajashekaran, an advocate of the Madras High Court. They are backing Shashi Tharoor. KTS Tulsi, isn't it absolutely important now, imperative, that without fail, at the soonest, whichever Ayurveda center he is now in, Shashi Tharoor should be called in immediately for some serious questioning regarding the murder of his wife?
Well, of course, that is the decision which the police will take, keeping in view all the material that they have, which we are not privy to, because the media
well, there's a lot of material that the police is privy to, which Shashi Tharoor, I'm sure, is also privy to.
Yes, but you know, the SDM gave his report on 21st January of 2014, in which he said that the death of Sunanda could have taken place in three ways. It could be homicidal, it could be suicidal, it could be accidental. So it's not new that the homicidal angle has come in. Homicidal angle was always there.
So why is Shashi Tharoor stunned?
And that was the
in that case, Suresh Babu, why is Shashi Tharoor telling the whole world, I'm stunned that my wife could have been murdered? Mr. Babu of the Kerala Congress, why is Shashi Tharoor stunned? We are stunned that he is stunned, Mr. Babu. Why is he stunned?
I say this is a very mysterious affair. The death of a wife always is stunned to a person. And not only that, a person who is sitting in the very high elbow of affairs, it is a very, why?
Well, absolutely not. Absolutely not, Mr. Babu.
No,
because one second. It is because I argue tonight that this case is always, as always from the start, Ranjana Kumari, do you agree? Let's open up the debate. From the start, this case has always pointed to Sunanda Pushkar's murder. Always from the start. Any doubt in your mind? Ranjana Kumari.
Your channel.
Yeah.
Arnav, your channel has, and we have joined in, all of us are saying that there is clear case. There was a pressure put, they tried to misguide. Enough is enough. Now this is clearly a murder case. Murder has been established in terms of that she died unnatural death. She did not commit suicide. 302 is case of murder. Now the persons responsible who had a motive to murder her, who would have been hurt by her statement, maybe the next day's press conference, maybe the IPL hanky-panky, maybe so there is nothing to be stunned by, the Shashi Tharoor's statement is really come to a kind of, it's a joke.
No,
I mean, doesn't he know he is the husband who should have been more keen, anxious, cooperating, talking, pressurizing the police to come up with a...
precisely.
Then Shashi Tharoor, who should have been doing that? The
Ranjana Kumari,
person who should have wanted the answers was Shashi Tharoor.
I agree.
Why did he not come forward? And now what is he stunned about?
Well, we are stunned that Shashi Tharoor thinks the whole world is foolish and is going to be stunned. The autopsy report clearly said. In fact, I think today, right on the top of the debate, I think those supporting Shashi Tharoor are having second thoughts, including Mr. C. Rajashekaran. Because Mr. Rajashekaran, since you had said you are supporting Shashi Tharoor, I don't know if you have any case left. After what has happened today, Sunanda Pushkar was not ill. She had no disease prior to her death. She was a normal, healthy individual. The cause of her death is poisoning. There's Alprax next to her body. It's unexplained. There is an unexplained presence of lidocaine on Sunanda Pushkar's apparel. There is anesthetic on her clothes, a local anesthetic. Who applied local anesthesia on Sunanda Pushkar? There were injury marks on her body. There was an injection mark. This was a professional job. Who professionally killed Sunanda Pushkar? Mr. Rajashekaran. Who, and would any husband, Mr. Rajashekaran, any husband would have wanted an investigation into the murder angle. Any husband would have wanted an investigation into the murder angle. Shashi Tharoor wanted the whole world to believe his wife died because of she had too much coconut water. I mean, is he crazy to expect anyone to believe that?
Arnab, keeping away emotions and politics out of this murder case.
No, where is the politics here?
You should look into the merit. See, there may be so many political angle being portrayed and being, in the public domain. But I don't want to go into the merit of the politics.
No, there is no politics. No. Lalita Kumaramangalam, the National Commission of Women, is contradicting you. Yes, Ms. Kumaramangalam. Yes, Ms. Kumaramangalam is rebutting. It's an open debate.
Woman was murdered, she deserves justice.
No. Let me answer your question, Arnab. See, the fact of the matter remains, it has been found now after 354 days that Sunanda Pushkar is murdered. Fine, the perpetrators and the murderer should be charged and he should be arrested, remanded, everything is fine. But you cannot hypothetically accuse somebody for not committing any kind of crime before the investigation is over. So why jump into conclusions before?
Because his reactions are unnatural. I'm not. No. 1 second. You find Sunanda
jumping to conclusions.
One second. Lalita Kumaramangalam is rebutting you. Mr. Rajashekaran, Lalita Kumaramangalam rebutting you. Lalita Kumaramangalam.
Law does not go by emotions or any kind of.
Sunanda Pushkar died.
Yes, Ms. Kumaramangalam.
Look, Sunanda Pushkar died in extremely mysterious circumstances. Right from day one, the possibility that it could have been a homicide had been mentioned by the SDM. It's nothing new. As we all have been on your show itself, or not discussing this earlier, we have seen that there was very little sympathy for the poor lady who's now, it's been clear, has been murdered. Nobody is saying that Shashi Tharoor actually wielded the injection and killed her, but the fact is that he was her husband, the person who was supposed to be closest to her and who was one of the people who loved her the most. His reaction is quite odd now. Aside from that, even though it's a year since she has passed away, just a little over a year in fact, it's already been established that the Indian forensic laboratories do not have the capacity perhaps to be able to prove that this particular thing has killed her. And as Arnab has mentioned in his opening remarks, this is a very rare and a very, I think, very high-grade poison that was used to kill her.
Yes.
Also, we all know the history before she died. She was threatening to come out. And
yes.
Nobody really knows what she was going to say the next day. So to presume that Shashi Tharoor is totally innocent and totally shocked, I mean, like Arnab says, we are not all fools. I'm not saying he's guilty. That is the job of the police to prove who's guilty. But at the very least, he should come out and show some sort of, desire to see that justice is done to the woman who was his wife.
You see, what Shashi Tharoor should realize by now, A, he can't cry his way out of this. B, he can't hide his way out of this. Can he hide his way out of this, Nalin Kohli? Because she tells a newspaper one day before she dies, Nalin Kohli, and let's open this debate up. She says, I quote, I took upon myself the crimes of this man during IPL. I will not allow this to be done to me. Right? That does not mean suicide. That means she was going to come out with a revelation. She was telling people, everybody knew she was going to do a press conference at about 3 o'clock on the afternoon after she died. So there could have been interest groups that wanted to stop her. Then there were injury marks. Then on top of it, there was a teeth bite
Mr. Goswami,
mark.
In this particular case, I mean,
yes, Nalin.
Yes, given the nature of both the people, that's Dr. Tharoor as well as Sunanda Pushkar, both of them being high profile, important in their own rights, and the fact that this entire death of hers raised so many questions in terms of what preceded it and thereafter what happened after her death. So therefore, obviously, questions will arise. The point here is we require clarity and closure in terms of the facts. So today, when the police has moved one step and said that it is an unnatural death, and therefore they are raising it under unknown persons under 302. They will need to establish a motive and they will need to understand who those perpetrators are. And of course, what Lalita ji has just said, the critical point is about polonium, which is not exactly what you would call the run-of-the-mill poison.
No, it's a
If that's the
professional
case of
job.
poisoning, which eventually I'm sure the investigation has to confirm, that means it raises the questions even more, because it's something that you wouldn't get really off the shelf from a local chemist or something like that. So therefore, this requires closure, and certainly questions would be asked. And I think perhaps one of the things, as Dr. Tharoor himself has said early on last year and probably has reiterated it, he needs to cooperate with this and there has to be closure. Otherwise, I
He's
feel that this is
painting
going to-
himself the victim.
Well, this is going to
No,
lead
he's
to a lot of
painting
questions
himself
being
the victim
consistent
here, Sanjay Hegde. All I have seen from Shashi Tharoor
Well,
is
I mean,
painting
whether
himself
someone
the
is
victim.
guilty, whether, Mr. Goswami, whether someone is guilty or not, or innocent, we have to leave that to the criminal first, the investigative process, and then the judicial process.
but you have
so
to
we
be-
can't really preempt that, and we shouldn't do that.
No, absolutely
But what
not.
certainly is required is that the investigative process.
No,
yes, so the
absolute-
investigation process
Yes,
coming to a point where
Yes.
it has become sort of definitive
only on this
in the
day,
filing of an
excuse me,
FIR
only
on
on this day it has
302.
been
The need is now to
confirmed that this
take
is a
it
murder.
further and arrive at what I use the word is closure, not in terms of the a closure of an
Sir,
FIR,
Miss-
but closure to the issues that are being raised.
I agree with you. Mr. Babu, have some patience, understand the issue. Here is the situation. Sanjay Hegde, let me draw you in, and Sumant Raman. First to Sanjay Hegde. And come into the debate. Don't have to wait for me because, I'm not going to go through initial rounds. It's an open debate.
Okay.
My question is, here is the situation, Sanjay Hegde. A woman who is not unwell dies. And she dies suddenly. She has no major disease pointing toward death. There is unexplained medicine, Alprax. There is unexplained presence of anesthetic. There are 15 injury marks on her body. There is an injection mark on her. And on top of it, there is a bite mark that somebody also bit her. And then you have her husband who says, no, this is not likely. She probably died because she had too much coconut water on an empty stomach. And for 1 year, Shashi Tharoor, not an unintelligent man, is going around spreading this theory that she probably died of lupus. We have papers with us. I have papers here. I have medical reports from the Kerala Institute of Medical Sciences which says there was no lupus. I have with me the medical records and the opinions in this case which rule out the possibility of a pre-existing disease. So there is something suspicious here.
Let's just lay out the facts. I agree that there might be suspicious behavior, but suspicion and proof are two different things. Firstly,
Yes.
it is more or less evident that the couple were not getting along. She checked into a hotel. This thing starts around New Year last year.
What
she
thing?
dies on the 17th.
No, what thing?
But on the 17th, Shashi Tharoor is in a very public meeting.
Yeah.
So it is evident that at the time of the death, he was nowhere near her. Now, what?
No, but nobody is saying he killed her. Nobody is saying
at that point of the inquest,
Lalita
all
Kumara
three possibilities were open.
No, nobody is saying. Lalita Kumaramangalam is not saying that he killed her. That's not the question.
Arnav,
I was very clear. Nobody is saying he.
Can I make a point?
Actually,
No. Nobody is saying.
They,
Now the question is.
We never said he
what has
personally
happened
killed her.
is
No, we haven't said
the
that.
possibility
Arnav, can I make a
that the
point?
investigators are working on has been narrowed. The investigators
Arnav.
have now decided on their theory of investigation that it was a homicidal death.
Absolutely.
Now, after this homicidal death, they have to establish not only who killed her, whether there was any conspiracy before her death. So these are the leads. These are the areas of investigation.
We are getting a counter from Sumant.
Have to examine everyone.
Mr. Sanjay Hegde is saying, just a quick point, also motive has to be found, because the minute you are moving into murder or attempt to murder, motive or mens rea is going to be
absolutely.
equally important.
Agreed.
The intent or what is really the motive
Agreed.
behind it.
Agreed.
So therefore, the scope has now
Arnav.
narrowed in terms of homicidal,
but
but it
absolutely.
opens up questions
Absolutely.
related to that.
Agreed.
No, what's it? Sumant Raman.
Yes.
Arnav, I just want to make a point about the appalling manner in which this investigation has been going on. Look, after a year, we are now being told that she was poisoned. And what was the poison? We do not know. If they know, they haven't told us. But certainly, we have not been told what the poison was. Right? So, if we do not know what the poison was and we are sending Visera abroad now for forensic analysis, then how do we know she was poisoned in the first place? Or is it the information is known to the Delhi police and they are not telling us the name of the poison? Second, this polonium thing has been going around ever since Dr. Swami put it into the public domain. Now, how are the AIIMS specialists saying that they have some evidence to show that polonium was found or they suspect it?
Sumant,
are they even competent to identify? Look,
Sumant, let's look at the theories. Let's look at the theories. Okay, Shazia wants to make an opening remark. We'll go to her and then we'll open it up. Yes, Shazia. Shazia.
No, but look at the situation.
So she was poisoned with a poison we don't know.
Been murky. Which is why now they're making it out to be a murder case. But the investigation process, the criminal investigation process, indeed has to be questioned, because there have been so many flip-flops, U-turns. There has been so much scope for confusion and manipulation. And when the police chief himself says that the samples have to be sent abroad, means we don't even have proper laboratories for best forensic analysis. So there is definitely more that meets the eye. Also, that our investigative process of any sorts can be besmirched by political patronage and political interference.
Ask him how he says it when he knows it is polonium.
So I think that also needs to be looked at.
Sir, who spread the lupus theory?
Can be only
no, you say call the doctor. You say call the doctor. Before that, I want to show something to the viewers now. Please look at this paper. Look at this paper. Look at this paper.
See,
this is no 1 second. Please hold this up. I'm holding it up. Look at this. Look at this. This is the subsequent medical opinion in the case of late Sunanda Pushkar. I have all the 12 pages with me. They are signed by Sudhir Gupta out here.
Right.
I called Sudhir Gupta. He's not responding to my phone call. So it's not like I'm not trying the doctor. But what does it say? Now we know that a doctor friend of Shashi Tharoor
self-insinuated.
A doctor friend of Shashi Tharoor, Anil Gupta in Dubai on February 12th tried to push the lupus theory, saying Sunanda had told a friend she had been diagnosed with lupus by a lupus expert and thus would bruise easily. So an argument was being made on why she had so many bruises on her body, right? So there was a theory being floated that if she bumps into a piece of furniture, she'll be bruised.
No,
1 minute. As if Sunanda Pushkar was a person who just would be bruised all over. Now somebody there, listen to the thought process here. Somebody there, Shazia and Sumant, is trying to explain why she had so many bruises in her body. Lalita Kamaramangalam, that somebody would only be somebody who knew she was bruised. Who would know she was bruised? The police would know.
Why are you focusing on that?
No, the police would know. The police would know, or those who knew the murderers would know, the murderers would know.
Look, Arnab.
Sumant, look at this paper. Sumant, look at this paper. 1 second, Sumant. Sumant, look at this paper. Sumant, look at this paper. 1 second. Sumant, Sumant, I have with me the Kerala Institute of Medical Sciences paper.
I want to add a point here.
Sir, 1 minute.
Yes, Arnab.
Sir, you know.
Nobody is denying that.
Sir, look at hard facts. Look at hard facts, and if you think there's a mystery here, if you think Shashi Tharoor should be investigated, tweet now.
You have to look at the post-mortem report. You have to look at the post-mortem report, the Visera report, the toxicology report.
This one second. When did she die?
You have to investigate, Arnab. The point is, what is the
KTS
point that has emerged in the last few days?
No, Mr. Sumant Siraman, everything is not about a point of argument. It's about science. 1 minute. I have with me.
It's just a matter of fact.
1 minute. I have with me a piece of paper which said she had no diabetes, she had no cardiac arrest, she had no celiac disease, and this piece she had no TB. And by the way, please look here. Please look here and ask the viewers can tell me if I'm making this up. It says she had no disease called lupus. Husband does not know she had no disease called lupus.
Arnab,
husband does not know
at all.
Husband does not know. Shashi Tharoor did not know she didn't have lupus. The doctors at AIIMS are saying, look here, 1 second.
Look, Arnab.
Which suggests she was not having the disease lupus.
Let me tell you this.
1 second.
Arnab
was made murkier.
Arnab, give me 30
These reports suggest she was. Listen to me, please. Look at this. These reports suggest she was not having lupus.
Can I please?
Arnab.
Can I please take 30 seconds? One minute, Arnab. Arnab, 1 second.
Why are these
look,
friends of Shashi Tharoor trying to push this lupus angle?
No friends of Shashi Tharoor.
Who?
1 minute, Arnab, 1 minute. One minute. Look, in an autopsy, there are only 4 or 5 causes of natural death where people die suddenly. Pulmonary embolism, myocardial infarction, intracerebral hemorrhage, and so on. These will all be picked up in an autopsy. So obviously, it is an
Suman, don't complicate it. It's very simple. It's very simple. Somebody tried to lie. Somebody was lying.
Arnab, 1 minute.
Why would somebody? Shazia wants to say something. Shazia, please. Suman, please. 1 minute. Shazia and Lalita Kumaramangalam are coming into the debate. Shazia, please. 1 minute. Let Shazia come in. Shazia.
It is fairly...
One minute, Mr. Arnab.
Arnab, it is fairly evident. It could be either homicide. It is...
Lalita ji put his own color and opinions into the investigation.
Did Shashi
Tharoor...
See, it's fairly obvious.
That's no problem.
But Arnab, yes.
Shazia, let Shazia speak. Let Shazia.
Arnab, it is fairly obvious now that it was either homicide or suicide, or it was an accident, as the police chief himself says.
Can't be an accident.
Now, to make all the theories about lupus, this, that, and the other, is convoluting the case and making the business even murkier. So why not?
Exactly.
So I don't think anybody. So, and why I'm saying there is no objectivity where this case is concerned, because everybody who seems to be a friend of Mr. Tharoor or from Congress party seems to espouse either the lupus theory or the suicide theory. Anybody who's on the opposite side, like Nalini Singh or Subramaniam Swamy, seem to talk about the homicide theory. So what I'm saying is, if the investigation was sure and not so tardy and efficient and timely, and not guided by any political patronage.
I want to show another piece of paper.
It would not have mattered.
No, I'm now showing another exhibit on the news. Please pay some attention to the screen. 1 second. I will now start putting paper after paper. And Shashi Tharoor, how long will you hide, Shashi Tharoor? How long? I'm asking Shashi Tharoor today. How long, Mr. Shashi Tharoor, will you hide? No, there has to be a limit to this. How much can you hide? This paper which I have, Mr. Shashi Tharoor, tells me that your wife did not have lupus. This is your wife's last medical checkup report from the KIMS. Okay? Where doctors, in fact, I have with me, if I turn on, I'll tell you her medical prescription papers also I have. Here it is. These are her papers. One of them is an anti-acidity medicine. Okay, and this is what it says. My investigation tells me that the doctors at the Kerala Institute of Medical Sciences said, and I quote, "We cannot find she had been suffering from any serious health problems. Like any other person these days, she had come for a complete checkup. She has only been given simple medicines." If you're a doctor, see this. These are simple medicines she was given. She was not dying of any disease. But Shashi Tharoor has spent a considerable amount of effort trying to explain she had lupus, and then he went on to say it could have also happened. There's another male theory that she drank too much coconut water on an empty stomach, so her heart rate slowed down and she died.
Arnab.
No, I mean, this is ridiculous.
Arnab, please.
No, please.
No, Arnab.
The third theory was that she had an autoimmune disease.
Forget about Shashi Tharoor. This is much more important.
Shashi Tharoor is her husband. Shashi Tharoor is her husband.
No. I'm talking about the way an investigation is being carried out in such an important or high-profile case. And I think
who was in power?
In this case.
Who was in power when the investigation was going on? Lalita Kumaramangalam? Nalin Kohli is coming back. Nalin Kohli, please. Nalin Kohli after that.
Just a moment. Yes, sir, may I just make a point?
Nalin Kohli, please. One at a time. Nalin Kohli.
One is the nature of investigation. 1 minute, please. May I just have? The nature of investigation in any crime is such that it is required to look at every possible angle, and what may seem at first as flip-flops could also be rejection of various alternatives that were propounded at the beginning of the investigation. What is important is that today the police has narrowed that scope down to a homicidal angle, and with that they are saying we need to now go into further detail. The second point is that with regard to Dr. Tharoor or Sunanda Pushkar, the fact that they were both high profile, the questions are bound to come out because A, Their relationship was rather public. They were public personalities. They enjoyed a presence in the public space that many people would want, sought to emulate also, whether it's the social media and all. So therefore, asking questions is not necessarily accusing.
Yes.
But it certainly
Yes.
doesn't remove the possibilities of those questions being asked.
No, because if it was a professional job, one second. And I realize today Rajashekharan, Suresh Babu and KTS Tulsi's arguments are failing on the news hour. And the reason is this, because if we look at Lalita Kumaramangalam, even what the investigating officer did, I'm not saying anyone in power at that point carried out the murder, but I'm surprised when I look at the lack of cooperation from the investigating officer. Photographs of the scene of the crime were not submitted by the investigating officer. The bed sheet, the mattress on which Sunanda was found was not sent for forensic analysis. The police investigation was not thorough to start with. Why? Who was hiding what?
Exactly.
Who was hiding what? Who is so powerful? Who is so powerful? Who was so powerful then that they had the power to influence the investigation?
Arnab,
To conduct her
Lalita.
future rights. Many people questioned even that at that time. Arnab, let's not forget a few things that we seem to be overlooking now. That one of the doctors who conducted the autopsy actually came out a few months after that and said that he was pressured into giving something like a clean slate.
Yes.
Secondly, many people had commented that Sunanda's body was, they cremated her in almost unseemly haste. In a case that was so murky and so suspicious, the police had not conducted a thorough investigation. It was almost a facile investigation at that time. And I'm not talking here as a politician. Too many women in this country are sort of almost dispensed with due to various reasons. And maybe, I'm not saying Shashi Tharoor is guilty, but maybe he feels that he did not do enough to prevent his wife from being killed if he is not the killer. And maybe that is why he is not able to really come out and articulate whatever may he want to
But
say.
Arnab-
The fact is
Yes.
that there is also a law in
Yes.
this land
Sanjay Hegde.
where
Arnab,
the men are automatically
Okay, no, one
proven
second.
guilty
Mr. Rajashekharan.
They are not answering the fundamental question. We are now saying
Arnab,
investigating
Arnab,
team
the thing
is
is
basically
that
saying
the woman
she
died
was
of poisoning.
with a poison
That is
we
the
don't
theory
know.
right now.
Sumant,
Now the
nobody is
question
saying
is how do you
that I-
substantiate
One at a time, Sumant.
No,
What-
the
Sumant.
investigating team is saying that she was poisoned. By what poison we don't
very
know.
shoddy.
I mean, if you don't know what poison it was, then how do you know she was poisoned? They are not
Less than
answering the
7 years after
fundamental
she gets
question.
married.
We are now saying
And
investigating
the
team
thing
is
is
basically saying
that the
that
woman
she
died
was
of
poisoned with a
poisoning.
poison
That
we
is the
don't
theory
know.
right now.
Sumant,
Now the
nobody is
question
saying
is how do you
that I-
substantiate
One at a time, Sumant.
No,
What-
the
Sumant.
investigating team is saying that she was poisoned. By what poison we don't
very
know.
shoddy.
I mean, if you don't know what poison it was, then how do you know she was poisoned?
Well, because
I'm
No,
finding it completely baffling.
No.
If they know the poison, they're not
that
revealing
is
it to us, that's
proved by
fine.
the autopsy. The autopsy
you're
says
obviously-
that
No,
the
Sanjay,
woman
Sanjay-
possibly died of poisoning.
Unfortunately, the doctor
The
is not
question
coming on
is,
the show.
But they
was
have
the
not-
poison self-administered or was it administered by somebody else?
That is the second point.
Now, to,
Sanjay,
if
that
you
is the second point. The first point is what
no,
was the
just a
poison?
minute. There are
What
a
was the
whole
poison?
host of poisons. There
No,
are a whole
no,
host
they
of
have not
poisons. There, some are
detected them, Sanjay.
corrosives. Some of
Sanjay,
them
they have
affect
not-
the nervous
Sanjay, one
system.
minute.
The question
Sanjay,
is,
they-
you may not have enough to isolate the poison. Listen,
not
just
been
1 minute.
detected.
Let me
AIMS
complete.
has never
You
said
may
that
not
they
have
detected
enough to
polonium or
isolate
anything.
the poison. That is why whatever of the viscera has been preserved, the Delhi police now want to send it for further investigation to a lab abroad. Maybe the lab abroad will have answers.
Okay, so Sanjay,
Maybe
tell
the lab
me.
may not have answers.
Sanjay, hey, tell me.
If you have,
Sanjay,
Yeah.
tell me one thing. One second. May I
Yes,
intervene?
I'm giving
May
you
I
discretion
intervene here?
and
What was the Delhi
Minister,
police
yes.
doing then?
How does the
Was the
police
Delhi
know it
police
was
under
not
pressure?
self-administered?
Why did it muck up the investigation? Was somebody putting pressure on them? Did they go slow because it was a Congress leader's? Because it was a Congress leader's wife? Was Shashi Tharoor not an
kinds of
influential person in the
policemen
UPA 2 government?
investigate- Listen,
Did he not
there
make
are
a
good
comeback
policemen, there are
despite the
bad
scam?
policemen.
Did he not make a
And
comeback
there are
despite the
convenient
scam? Was he not
policemen. In this
politically
country,
connected?
some
Did he not have
people
mentors? Who would have been hurt? And by the way, please tell me one thing. Suman C. Raman and all of you tell me one thing, and I find it very interesting today that KTS Tulsi has been silenced by the debate, it appears. Tell me,
So it
KTS
is the
Tulsi.
responsibility of the Delhi police. It is the responsibility of the Delhi police, and it is miserable failure of the Delhi police.
And who was the
deliver,
Delhi police
do
reporting
their
to?
duty.
One second, Mr. Rajashekharan, who was in power? Did the Delhi police come under the central government? Did the Delhi police come under the central government?
Arnab, that's a very dangerous argument.
Did the Delhi police come under the central government?
Today the Delhi police
have miserably failed.
No, who's running? Who had?
This is an
My argument is dangerous.
hold on.
Don't go there, don't
This
go
is-
there, don't
this
go
No, my
there.
argument is right. No, Mr. Hegde, am I not entitled to ask a question? You say don't go there. Am I making an accusation? No. No. Am I accusing somebody of murder? No. But do I have the right to ask a question or not?
Politics here.
And I'll tell you something, Mr. Hegde. Now let me reveal something, which I have not revealed so far.
All the past.
Mr. Babu,
There is an
Mr. Babu, I'll tell you something now. I want to say something now. Please listen to me. I have with me in my newsroom pictures and elaborate pictures of Sunanda Pushkar's dead body, and I can tell you I have not put it out. You know why? Out of respect for a deceased person. I have several pictures of her body in the way that it was found, okay, in that hotel room, and out of the ethics of journalism. And because I respect, at least that in her death, a person's privacy should not be hurt. And I think it is ridiculous and demeaning that those who have the pictures, some other channels are putting it out. I think that is horrible to do that. I have the pictures. I'll only say this much. The pictures show that she was dressed up. Dressed up as in, she had injury marks all over her. She had been made to lie down. Then a quilt had been put over her to make her look there like she had committed suicide and she had died in her sleep. You look at the pictures. I'm not putting it out, but everybody knows. The Delhi police knows. Shashi Tharoor, I'm sure, knows. Because he would have found, if he had found a body in that condition. Mr. Babu, these are facts. Mr. Babu, who did this?
Mr. Arnab,
who did this, Mr. Babu?
I respect your words. No.
Who did this?
Your words fully. One thing I can tell you. One thing. See, as on today, there is only 302 and IPC has been filed FIR only on today. Up to this day, there has been 3 angles of investigation: homicide, suicide, and accident. Now the police has confirmed that this is an homicide. Now we can forget about what exactly
You tell me, Mr. Babu.
in the past near 365
You tell me, Mr.
And
Babu.
then if you have...
Mr. Babu, you tell me. I want to get Lalita Kumaramangalam in to respond to you. We'll keep both of you on the screen. You tell me. Somebody knows that their wife has 15 injury marks, has been bitten. That is the worst way a person can die, that you've probably been beaten and bitten, you've been injected with something, there has been anesthesia placed over you, you probably have been, forced into, anesthesia has been put into a particular drug, which I want to read out. Doctors would know that there is a common local anesthesia, lidocaine. Right, the final autopsy report, of which I have a copy, carries a section on reports on chemical examination and viscera from CFSL and FSL. It treats white stains at 6 places and one wet purple color printed lower of make MNS is positive for acetaminophen, caffeine, lidocaine, and methyl paraben.
These are all.
No, 1 second. How can all this? You know all this, and then you dismiss it. And in fact, Lalita Kumaramangalam, I am not saying he murdered her, but I'm saying I find it surprising that he says I'm stunned at the murder angle.
He murdered her.
Yes, Lalita Kumaramangalam.
One thing I can tell you.
No, Lalita Kumaramangalam.
In this regard. As on today.
Nobody is saying that he murdered her or no, but the fact is that what he said does sound a little facile and very convenient now. There are some things that we seem to have forgotten. That Sunanda's body was cremated in a real hurry,
absolute rush.
and that one of the doctors who committed the who actually conducted the autopsy later on came out and said that he was under tremendous pressure to give a clean chit. We all know who is the government in power then, and whom the Delhi police were replying to. Now, why they conducted such a shoddy investigation, only they can answer. But there is also the fact that Sunanda Pushkar did die in the middle of what seemed like a huge public spat between husband and wife. All of this, you can't just say that that Shashi Tharoor is a murderer, because it is up to the police today to find out who is guilty, and I'm sure they will establish it.
No, but you know...
But you can't also say that he has no responsibility or had no responsibility toward his wife, that she could be murdered in such a manner.
No,
How
and
she
by
was
the way,
murdered
no,
is a different question.
and
Some
by
type of
the way, my question is.
You can't just say he had no responsibility
Arnab,
towards his wife.
No. Yes, okay. So, 1 second. Yes,
Just one
Sumant
point,
and
Arnab.
Shazia want to come back to the debate. May I ask one
Arnab,
more
just one
question?
point.
Viewers will know.
No, what
Sumant.
new evidence? What? Just 1 second. 1 second, Arnab. What? Yeah.
Sumant,
Yeah,
listen to me. Sumant, listen to me. A doctor called Dr. Rajiv Bhasin sends an email to Shashi Tharoor floating this theory that she probably drank too much coconut water on an empty stomach so her heart rate slowed down. This is on 26 January 2014. I have a copy of that email also. 1 second. This was days after the first autopsy was submitted to the Delhi police. Shashi Tharoor on the same day forwards that email to the director of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences versus via a mutual friend. What was his interest? What was his interest? Why was he investigating this? Is he a parallel investigating body? Why was he? Was he nervous? Was he worried? Why was he trying to influence the investigation?
Investigation
Today the
process
police
till
says,
today.
1 minute.
You know,
One at a time. Okay, who's speaking?
yeah,
Okay,
today
Miss-
signs
today the
of some
Delhi-
Shazia Elmi.
Police says 1 minute. Let me finish. Today the
Just
Delhi police says that
two
they are
brief
trying.
points.
No, 1 minute. They are trying to figure out whether the drug was given, the poison was given to her orally or was injected into her. Now that means obviously they know that she did not take the poison on her own and it was given to
Obviously,
her.
that's why we are calling it murder. Don't you understand?
Made the Delhi police say
Sir.
that this poison was given and.
Sir, you know.
So
you-
obviously they have something that they have not put out in public domain. that is
Obviously,
making them
so
say-
what are we getting to? So you
Otherwise,
admit,
there's no
Sumant
logic in
Raman.
it. They would
You,
have, because this evidence would have
no,
been
one
available
second.
earlier.
is-
Lalita Kumaramangalam, please,
that
can I
is
have her on the
the crux of
screen?
the
Yes,
matter.
Lalita
Obviously, they're not
Kumaramangalam.
going
Let's
to
put the
tell
questions
you.
also.
That's
They are not
Arnab,
expected
just
to run
one
their
point. We
investigation
don't
on
point out.
Shazia Elmi.
you know, on a
Arnab,
public
Shazia Elmi. Shazia, one at a time. Shazia Elmi.
It wasn't just domestic discord.
how do they know?
See,
That's what I'm asking.
One thing is domestic discord, but you must remember that Sunanda Pushkar wanted to reveal something
Yeah.
that would have been very damaging to a lot of people in power. And that was that thread
Yes,
looming
and
at
she made
large,
that
you know.
very
And I
clear.
think that is, motive has to be established. One, yes, she made it very clear, and I think that should have. So also another point that I want to make is, why should Delhi police and the investigation be compromised and subject to whether it's UP in power or BJP in power? Investigation should be investigation. Doesn't matter how high profile the victim or the survivor is.
Okay,
I think that is the crux of the matter, that forensics
my
are
question to
compromised.
KTS Tulsi.
Investigation is compromised.
No, so my question to
The scope and
KTS
so that
Tulsi.
is-
No, my question to KTS Tulsi, who is remaining very quiet, unnaturally quiet, if I may ask. Let's put some of the burning questions in this case on the screen. Maybe it will force Mr. KTS Tulsi to end his self-imposed silence on this subject. And Mr. Tulsi, don't tell me you're being polite. You're being careful, Mr. Tulsi, because you also know what's happening. Now tell me, Mr. Tulsi, my question to you is, a woman dies in extremely mysterious circumstances. It now emerges she has been poisoned, bitten, and injected into death. Her husband tries to push the angle that she was anything but murdered. He also tries to influence the investigation by sending parallel emails from doctors suggesting that she died of other reasons than murder, and this is sent as part of a parallel investigation. The emails are also out. Now, the lady in question also says, Sunanda Pushkar says, KTS Tulsi, one day before her death, I took upon myself the crimes of this man during IPL. I will not allow this to be done to me. Do you think the IPL angle, the expose angle, the angle that she could have revealed something very sensational and that might have influenced many very, very powerful interests? I'm not naming anyone. People who were powerful at that time, that there could have been a compelling reason for those people to eliminate/silence her. Can we rule out that possibility, Mr. Tulsi?
No, we can't rule out. It may be true.
So
and
you
it may not
admit
be
today
true.
there could have been a serious
things
possibility
cannot
of
be ruled
powerful
out.
people eliminating her because she was going to reveal something in connection with the IPL issue.
No. I'm saying nothing can be ruled out.
No, so this,
It's
no.
the job
Why
of
do you think she said,
investigating
I took
agency
upon
to discover
myself the
truth.
crimes of this
And
man during
discovery of truth
IPL?
is a very painstaking. No. That may be the factor, may not be the factor.
No, but why
And
did the
real
police
factor
not
may
investigate
also
that
be
angle?
marital discord. He's having an extramarital affair. No.
No, he's having an
Question is,
extramarital affair,
we
so the
can't
why, no,
jump
one
at the
second. I don't
conclusion.
understand
You
this.
can't adopt this inquisitorial system. You are inquisitorial. That, well, you have to answer. This is not the law in this country. This is not the constitution in this country.
What?
In this country, you have to be proved to be guilty without
Agreed.
beyond reasonable doubt.
Agreed, but you admit
can't
it
say
doesn't
that,
add up.
You have to answer.
No.
Every accused. No, every suspect has a right of silence. And
Agreed.
you must respect the right of silence.
No,
That's
agreed.
the constitutional wisdom.
Yes.
And that's a fundamental principle of our jurisprudence.
Absolutely, absolutely, but then no CCTV on the floor? Photographs not submitted by the investigating officer?
So there are lots of questions.
No, so these questions don't matter?
There are lots of questions.
Arnab, you have a
No.
These
they
questions
matter.
don't matter
Every
anymore?
murder case has
Subsequent conduct
hundreds of questions which have to be answered.
No,
They have
tell
to
me,
be
Mr.
answered,
Tulsi. Okay, let
but
me ask
they
you,
have to
Mr.
be
Tulsi.
answered by the
Mr.
police.
Tulsi, why
They have to
does
be
somebody have local anesthesia on the clothes they are wearing at a time when they are found dead? That means somebody wanted to put anesthesia on you, right? Somebody first wanted
It's
to
for the
put
police.
anesthesia on you, knock
Why
you
are we
off, and then
shooting in
kill
the
you.
dark?
Is it a likely thing or not? You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to come to this conclusion.
Well, why are we...
Arnab,
It is likely, it is possible. What you are saying may be correct.
Isn't it worrying?
May not be correct.
Isn't it worrying? A
It is
woman
the job
says,
of
I'm
the
going to
police to
reveal
find out
everything.
the
And
hard
then
evidence.
she's knocked off and then she's killed professionally murdered.
It's extremely
You see,
unlikely that
woman
somebody
is-
who was
woman
trying
is-
to put an injection into
the
her
woman
would
is
give an
also
anesthetic before
equally-
that doesn't make sense.
No,
at
is
all,
it
Arnab.
possible? No, is it not possible? Is it not possible that she
the
put up
woman-
resistance when the
woman is
killers
so
came in?
upset.
No, 1 second. Is it not possible? Tell me. Let's be logical. And Mr. Rajashekaran, you are a lawyer. Please be rational.
possible.
Is it not possible that somebody came in, tried to knock her off? She put up resistance.
Everything is possible.
The person put anesthetic and then put injection, then dressed up the body. I have the pictures. You look at the pictures. I'm not putting out the pictures out of respect for a
Arnab,
deceased person. It looks as if she has been killed and then she's been laid out on the bed. A cloth has been put on her to make her look like she died normally, which she didn't.
No.
Arnab,
Why don't you look at the possibility of a professional murder, for God's sake?
Post-mortem.
No, I totally agree with you
No.
on the
There
merit
can
of
be
the
murder.
case. See,
It
you
can
cannot
be murder.
hypothetically- you cannot hypothetically say she is murdered by so and so. Time is there. The police has to prove their credibility, and
Quite
already they
right.
have miserably.
No.
failed for-
I'm asking
May not be
today.
so,
No,
may not be so.
I'm asking about direct question to you, Mr. Tulsi. The Congress party says politics into this issue.
You want to
What-
pronounce a judgment today?
No, I don't. I'm saying, where's the politics here? Where's the politics?
Absolutely.
Is it wrong? Is it criminal? Today, is it criminal to ask questions? The media has always told you want to pronounce judgment. We are asking questions.
Why should you break
Something is not adding up. This is a high-profile murder
We are
case.
shooting in the dark.
This is the most.
We have
This is
5%
one of the
information
biggest
and we
murder
want to
cases in
pronounce
the country,
judgment.
and there are very big people involved potentially.
It is.
Only
So
one-
therefore, you should be more careful.
No, what do you mean? You're threatening
You
me?
should be more careful before
threatening me?
pronouncing judgment.
Are you threatening me, Mr. Tulsi?
You are demonizing somebody.
I am demonizing
You are
no one. I'm
demonizing.
asking questions.
Arnab,
You should be more careful.
I am asking questions. I'm not
See,
demonizing anyone. And
You
Mr.
are
Tulsi,
demonizing.
are you threatening me
You are
on national
making it
television?
impossible for somebody to get justice.
Are you threatening me on national television?
What am I saying? I'm
Are
saying
you threatening me, Mr. Tulsi?
You
Because I'll tell you one thing. I'm not
Why
easily
should I
swayed by
threaten you?
threats. I have faced enough.
I am telling you.
I am telling you, Mr. Tulsi,
You
and I'm
should-
saying this
you should
today.
be
I have
careful.
faced enough threats
You should
and I
not
don't care for
demonize
them.
people.
I don't care
You
for
should
these
not
threats.
point fingers.
I don't care for these threats. I'm
I also
not
don't
saying
care.
anyone's murdered. What I'm pointing out is simply one fact, and Nalin Kohli is also like, bear it out. Is it criminal to ask questions now? Had these questions not been asked, is it not possible this case would have been covered up?
Only facts on.
Come on.
Mr. Goswami, I want to make 3 or 4 points.
Nalin
one
Kohli
after
is
the
coming
other.
back to the
First,
debate.
For investigation.
Mr. Goswami, let me just finish, please. Excuse me, sir. Sir, let me just finish my point, Mr. Rajshekaran. I heard everybody. My point is, one is, asking questions is not necessarily pronouncing anyone guilty. Number one. We are everyone here, and I don't think there's an exception on this panel that says we would like to see the truth come out and basically establish what led to the death. And if there was foul play, that foul play should be known. It's not about raising questions on A, B, or C. The second point is actually on this panel, strangely, a lot of us are lawyers. So, I mean, we all understand the implications of what the constitutional position is. We all understand that people are innocent unless proven guilty. But that does not mean that we are pronouncing people guilty either.
Obviously.
So, I think we need to understand we are all making our comments, keeping that in mind.
And
the third point is about the polonium angle. We need to bear in mind when questions are being asked that are we so shoddy that India does not have the facilities. After all, the cases of polonium poisoning are limited in the world. The fact is that we are known cases are Arafat, the other case was Litvinenko. Both of them happened and they were tested in very, very specialized labs. Now, should that be true? We don't know, if it is true, whether that possibility is there or not. Should that be true, it will raise even further questions because access to something as limited as this would obviously raise questions who's involved. Now, Dr. Tharoor may well be innocent, but that does not necessarily mean that the homicidal angle may be incorrect. We have to let the investigative agencies do the crime, and we need to look at everything in the public domain.
I'm saying this tonight. I'm saying this tonight and let people who don't like it not like it. Sanjay Hegde says don't go there. I'll tell you, Sanjay Hegde, I'll go where I want. I don't believe in the journalism of cocktail circuits and holy cows.
I said don't go.
No, I don't believe in the journalism of cocktail circuits in Lutyens, Delhi and holy cows.
Don't
I
politicize the
am telling you that.
Propriety.
I'm telling, and the second point, KTS Tulsi says be careful. KTS Tulsi says be careful. I say to you, Mr. KTS Tulsi, don't threaten me on television. I am not persuaded or influenced by any threats.
About constitutional propriety.
I have faced enough threats, legal or otherwise.
I am saying constitutional propriety.
It is my constitutional right to ask questions and I will.
Constitutional propriety.
It is my constitutional right to ask questions and I will.
Constitutional propriety.
There is every propriety. I'm asking questions today. If there is going to be an attempt to silence the media, let the media, which is part of the cocktail circuit, let the media, which is part of the holy cow circuit, be censored, not the independent media in this country.
On a murder case, only the court of law can do it.
And in this country, if a woman is killed, if a woman is killed, and if it appears to be in mysterious circumstances, and if I ask questions, am I at fault? Am I at fault?
No.
I'd ask questions despite everything. I put that question to the viewers of News Hour tonight. Am I at fault to ask questions?
Asking questions on the legal point within the purview of law, you can do it.
Well, I know the purview of the law. I know my rights as an Indian citizen. I'm fully aware of my rights as a journalist.
Yes.
And what I'm saying today is every time we ask questions, whether it is scams or this case, we are told, be careful, don't go there. I am not pronouncing judgment. I am asking questions. I am asking what explains. You want to know the questions I am asking? I am asking again, despite Mr. KTS Tulsi's statement, be careful.
People.
I am asking, and let Mr. KTS Tulsi file a case against me. I am asking the question, why were there 15 injury marks on the body? I am asking a question, who injected her with what? I am asking a question, why was there a bite mark? I am asking a question, how come there was local anesthetic? I am asking a question on the presence of Alprax, and I am asking a question,
how was... Delhi police has to answer your questions. Delhi police. It is the onus on the Delhi police to answer all these questions. They have failed.
Call the Delhi police and call the then Home Minister, who the Delhi police reported to. Call them.
It is left to you.
What left?
It is left.
Call them. I am inviting the then Home Minister and Shashi Tharoor to come on my program.
Yeah, it is up to you. You have got all the right to question everybody.
I can ask. They can choose to come or not come. Don't make light of it. Somebody died. Somebody died. Somebody was murdered.
Definitely.
Lalita Kumaramangalam, why is the NCW quiet on this?
I empathize fully, totally with Sunanda Pushkar's death.
That is the critical point. And I think that's the most critical point. Actually,
and I want to be told about my responsibility. I'm well enough. I'm aware of my responsibility not to be a voyeuristic person who puts out pictures of a dead body on television.
NCW being silent in this case.
Yes, Miss Kumaramangalam. Yes, Ms. Kumaramangalam.
I'm saying don't accuse the NCW of being silent in this case. We have not been silent. We have already written to them. As soon as I was informed about this today, I was traveling. As soon as I got back into Delhi, we have written to them saying, please give us whatever information they are allowed to give us legally. Obviously, the police is not going to be allowed to give the entire information they have out, give it out in the public domain. But we have written, and they've already taken action. So to ask for an ATR is immaterial now. They have filed the FIR. I also called and I was told, yes, the FIR has been filed, ma'am. As soon as we receive your letter, we will send you a reply.
Something doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up. We are going to follow this. Somebody's played around with this. Shazia.
Shazia. The FIR
Yes,
has been filed only
I think
today.
most of us are really keen to
This
know,
is
and we
only
are very
count 302.
concerned. The
Now
thought
the
that a
police
woman
has to
was
come out.
murdered, and she was struggled in the last few hours of her life, and she was trying to ward off her killers, is indeed chilling, blood-curdling. So that bothers me. But I'm sure what bothers all others also equally is, what was the fact that she wanted to reveal? What was the press conference
Exactly.
that she wanted to address? We would like to know the motive. That is something we want to know.
Yes.
And also, why is a system...
Yes, and I tell you this, Shazia.
Why it renders itself to political patronage?
I tell you this, Shazia. I'll tell you this. Yeah, the gut instinct. Ask any viewer of News Hour today. I share my gut instinct with you.
Please.
Someone very powerful could have had a role in this. And I'm telling you, I don't care for threats or of any kind, but we need to investigate this. Because Sunanda Pushkar did not kill herself.
Absolutely.
Sunanda Pushkar was murdered, and it appears she was professionally murdered. Who professionally murdered Sunanda Pushkar? Could it have been that very powerful people were not involved? Let people ask their conscience. We will follow the story. I thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the News Hour tonight.